Hey guys, Dr. J here. In the previous episode, we were exploring Fink's secret lab, trying to find the hair sample Suchong wants. Not only do we have no idea where to look for that sample, but the lab was being ransacked by the Vox Populi. At the end of the episode, we found an open vent and crawled through it until we reached another section of the lab. We just need to deal with this machine gun turret, but that's simply a matter of using some E for possession. There are some items on the left. Okay, now we are free to explore this area. The blast doors appear to be closed. Can't get the E vial from this side. This entrance is also closed. I'm guessing we'll need to go through the broken windows, but let's see if we can open this door, and yes we can. There's another door here as well. Okay, this one isn't locked either. Can we access the room on the left from here? Doesn't seem like it. We did trigger a checkpoint though. Is this the intended path? Ah, so this is a shortcut to the statue room. Okay, we won't have to navigate through the entire lab again on our way back. Seems we'll need to find a way to open the blast doors to gain entry to this room. There's a soda bottle here. Let's also check the corpses. Yeah, we definitely need to climb this ramp and cross through the barge. We have restored quite a bit of our health. At this point, having more health doesn't really matter. We can still only survive a single shot. Now I guess we need to jump onto the hook. And next through these broken windows. Still no Vox. Interesting. Imprinting studies? It appears Fink discovered how to bind Songbird to Elizabeth here. This means we are likely to find the hair sample here.
Seems like Fink and Suchong were sharing their research.
Like the Lutestas. Cross-reality collaboration.
Yeah, two maniacs collaborating. What could possibly go wrong? After everything we've discovered in the past half hour, I'm not sure if I'm referring to just Suchong and Fink. Let's see what kind of movie has been loaded.
It all makes a kind of sense. The little sisters and the big daddies. Songbird and me.
Constants and variables.
So it's just a short film about the Big Daddy Fink observed through the tear. I wonder, did this give him the idea to create Songbird? Or was it the other way around? Still no Vox. I'm beginning to think they haven't made it here yet. We're back up to 4 Trang boats. Doesn't seem like there's anything else of interest here. Let's try pulling the lever.
What is all this?
Imprinting. That's a wire mother. If you separate a gorilla from its real mother, it will imprint on almost anything. Even that.
Why would Fink care about that?
Songbird. He wanted him to imprint on me.
Well, if I recall, that was a problem he solved.
I see, so he was exploring various methods of imprinting. The hair sample is probably at the end of this lab. It's probably the reason why the imprinting was successful, so it makes sense it was Fink's last project. Another display case. Let's pull the lever again. Ah, we also got a knockout gas bolt. Nice. So, I'm guessing he was testing pheromones here. Still no way to open these blast doors.
What's that?
It's a skeletal formula for oxytocin. That's the chemical that bonds mothers to children, women to men, and...
Songbirds to little girls.
Apparently not. Fink dismissed it as an unsuitable vector.
Well, yes, it must be something within Liz's genetics that Fink utilized. Wow, that's quite morbid.
These poor things. Fink couldn't get them to imprint, so he left them to die.
Still no enemies. Given we haven't encountered any in the lab, I doubt we'll see any until something is triggered. Likely they'll appear after we retrieve the hair sample or discover it's not here.
Imprinting failed. That can't be right. Clearly they formed a connection between Songbird and me.
How?
I was so young, I always remember him just being there.
Okay, this is interesting. Does that mean the hair sample isn't the solution to Su Chong's imprinting problem? Was coming here all for nothing?
It must be a prototype or something.
Is it a human?
Does it matter?
Again, quite grotesque. It looks like an ECG, though I don't see how that would work on something clearly not alive. Is that a quest item to the left of the salts vial? Obviously yes.
I tried hypnotherapy.
On the Songbird. How'd that go?
About as well as you'd expect.
Okay, looks like we need to climb into the vents. This reminds me of Minerva's Den. There was a similar sequence near the end, just before we discovered the truth about Sigma.
Booker. The little girl in the film. It's me. My God. I remember he'd crashed into the tower. I guess he was in some sort of fight. I waited there thinking I don't know, that something would happen, but he just lay there, moaning. I couldn't just...
The line with the thorn in its paw. So much for science.
I should have just left him there to die. I should have just... I will never escape it. Exploited, exploiting, me, Comstock, you, Sally. It's like a wheel of blood spinning round and round.
So all this time, Songbird merely wanted to protect Liz out of gratitude for saving its life.
Well,
He
this
sent you
must
all
be
the way back
genetic
here
sample
for a
Suchong
sample of your
wanted.
own hair.
He doesn't know I was once the child that imprinted on Songbird. But to him, all the answers lie in DNA. Men like Suchong mistake an ounce of empathy for a pound of science.
I'm guessing pulling this lever will open all the blast doors, and likely spawn some Vox soldiers. There aren't any as of right now. I'll have to remember to enter the security room that was near the shortcut to Comstock statue.
Elizabeth.
See if anything's worth reappropriating. Check for stragglers. Spread out.
Yeah, this was kind of predictable. Let's check things out with the peeping Tom. There are quite a lot of Vox soldiers here. At least 6 of them. I could of course just charge them with the Iron Sight's vigor, but I don't think it's worth losing so much Eve. Besides, I don't really need to knock out any of them. We just need to sneak past them and return to the tear. If we can catch up to her, we can melee her. But with those other guys around... Let's just head to the lab's exit. Another Vox soldier is near the exit. He heard us walking on the broken glass, so we had to shoot him. And there's another one. Hopefully we'll be able to retrieve at least one of our trunk boats. No other soldiers are nearby. Nothing here. Damn, we are down to 2 trunk boats now. Not a huge issue at the moment, but we might need to use a vending machine if we come across one. Great, the security room is now open. Let's just check if anyone is following us. Nah, they're just searching around the bodies. Okay, let's see what we have here. Unfortunately, it's not a trunk boat. There's a voxophone here, but there doesn't seem to be anything else interesting.
It has occurred to me that this breakthrough regarding the songbird casts my arrangement with the Oriental Doctor in a new light. What more could be gained by this continued partnership? What secrets that I could not answer for myself? Su Chong can only offer table scraps. Jeremiah Fink has richer meat in mind.
And that's how the collaboration between the two ended. Not surprising, really. Right, let's see if we can also sneak past these guys. Let's start with jumping on the hook. There's a Vox carrying a crate. I'll just drop down behind him. So far, so good. Now we just need to go all the way up and back to the clockwork mechanism in Fink's quarters. Another checkpoint. They've become quite frequent since we grabbed the hair sample. There's another ammo box over there and I don't see any new enemies. Another gas boat? Jeez. Makes sense though, since we haven't been picking those up for quite some time. Okay, we're almost back to the tear. Will we have another conversation with Booker? No?
Do you think Daisy really even had a choice?
What do you mean?
Right about now, I'm planting a pair of scissors in her back to protect a child she was never going to harm. She chose to die for her revolution. What about me? For all the endless worlds, all the infinite possibilities. Did I ever even have a choice? Did you?
Yeah. Booker thought he did.
Look where it got us. Right back where we started.
Maybe that's what Rosalind Lutez meant when she said that everything will only end in tears.
Infinite universes. And yet we end up just going down the same paths.
No, take your meaning.
My father sold me to settle a marker. Comstock locked me up in a tower. And I sold Sally for what? Revenge? To prove a point?
And yet, here you are, settling the debt.
And say we find her. The old past their damage to the young. Isn't it too late for her now?
Well, I'd say that's up to her to decide. Justice coming back here was up to you.
Rapture runs on children. Little girls with gold growing in their bellies. I'm not gonna break any cycle. If I'm lucky, maybe I can dent it. Just a little.
Or maybe she saw something in the future. Something worth risking her life for. Wow, that's a tough one. Nice. There are likely a lot of Vox on the other side, so setting off the alarm would have been problematic. Seriously? No one? Not a single Vox? Wow. Well, I guess it's a straight shot to the airship now. Haven't we searched those corpses before? Not that I'm complaining, we are now down by only one trunk boat. That was the wrong way. This is the way out. Yeah, these must be fresh corpses. No way we missed so many. Ah, now it makes sense. This is after the Liz and Booker from the past came through here. Obviously there would be fresh corpses. Now we just need to take the shortcut to the airship and we'll be back in Rapture. Let's search the corpses in the immediate vicinity before moving on though. We might find something useful. We didn't. Nearly alerted the remaining Vox. Actually, why are there Vox still here? Booker and Liz from the past should have cleared the entire area.
Pretty lady has the hair?
And why isn't the tear on the ship?
Deal is deal. Bring it to Suchong.
Fine. Let's just get this over with. Mein Herr? I don't know why, but I feel like this is a reference to Wolfenstein 3D.
Pretty lady put hair sample in tube. Then, business is finished.
What's going on out there?
Bloodshed, violence, but not relevant to our arrangement.
I certainly hope so, Suchong. We've upheld our end of the deal.
Suchong! Suchong, we had a deal, now open...
What the hell?
Do you know what they call someone who enters a man's home uninvited? A thief. And I do not remember inviting you into my city.
I had a deal with Suchong.
Yi Chong is my employee. It was not a deal he was authorized to make.
What do you want?
I granted Atlas and his thugs asylum. You serve those same men in a desire to escape from my generosity. If they shall not have asylum, then they shall have liquidation. Give a parasite an ounce of charity. He'll demand a pound.
I'm just looking for a girl that was taken from me. A little sister.
I don't claim to understand what you are, but I know that you are special. There is business we can do together. And so I give you a choice. Work for me or die with Atlas.
I'm not going anywhere without that girl.
If it's a little sister you want, that shouldn't stand in the way of commerce. I've got dozens of them.
I won't leave without her.
My men stand ready to take down the door. In 60 seconds, they will enter the room. They will either treat you as a valued employee of Ryan Industries, or as a thief in the night.
A checkpoint, huh?
60 seconds.
There must be half a dozen of them or more. I've got to get ready. No traps. I can use the plasmids as traps and seed the room with them. I gotta find somewhere to hide and surprise them. Take them down one by one. Booker, I'm scared.
They'll underestimate you, Elizabeth. People always do.
40 seconds. You know what I see on your face? Uncertainty. Who is this girl to you? 30 seconds. Do you know the value of the shark? Without them, the sea would be littered with the detritus of the weak. The men who come for you have much in common with those great animals. What sharks do for the ocean, these men do for rapture. 20 seconds. I will tell you something you already sense. Atlas does not honor agreements, and Orion does. I cannot save your Sally, but I can save you.
To be honest, I'm not afraid of the men Ryan will send for us. They'll be easy to deal with anyway. However, this checkpoint we've reached may be incredibly useful for unlocking the Glutton for Punishment achievement.
Just a room. And Orion has no time for rooms.
Okay, they're coming. First we need to empty our ammo belt. It might be best to use the Houdini Splicer for that. He's using Incinerate, and I'm not sure if Ironclad works against plasmids. Now we just need to wait for the others to arrive and activate the Vigor. After that we'll still need to shoot trunk bolts, since we can't collect ammo if we're full on it. There we go. It takes a while, but we're making progress. Once we run out of Eve, I'll try to find more Eve vials, and once we run out of those as well, I'll restart from the checkpoint. Okay, we're halfway there. Wasn't there a vial somewhere around here? I don't mind using up health kits, since we'll be restarting anyway. Ah, there it is. Okay, time to restart. I'll remove the cutscene with Ryan counting down. Finally! I wish the checkpoint was after this cutscene, but it does make sense to give the players enough time to prepare for the assault. We should be able to unlock the achievement fairly quickly. I don't believe there was more than 5 ammo left to collect. Same deal, we'll first knock out the Houdini Splicer. Good, now we'll empty our ammo belt. And now we just need to approach the other splicers.
There's the girl.
Oh, so there actually was more than 5 bolts left to collect. Weird. Any time now. Perfect. We've just unlocked the Glutton for Punishment achievement. I won't restart yet because I want to see how many more enemies we have left to face in the assault. Okay, so they come in waves of 2. And some are wearing gas masks, so we can't just shoot a knockout gas bolt at the entrance and call it a day. So, a Houdini Splicer, 2 waves of 2 normal splicers, and a Houdini Splicer again. Okay, I think we've gathered enough info. This time we'll actually attempt to defeat the entire assault and get out of the restaurant.
You're not even a parasite. You're just a room. And Orion has no time for rooms.
I think I'll mainly rely on the peeping Tom plasmids. Wait, what? Why did the first 3 waves spawn right from the start? This could actually make it easier though. We've already dealt with the Houdini Splicer and we're invisible right now. Okay, the ones without gas masks are down. If we are lucky, they might have seen where we were and will come to investigate. If they do that, we can just melee them and go back to being invisible. Just like that. Okay, the first went down as planned, but the second one is now alerted to our presence. And I forgot to switch back to the trunk bolts. Well, I made a small mistake, but now it's only the Houdini Splicer left. Actually, we didn't check if there wouldn't be more splicers spawned after him. And indeed there are more. We've only got 1 trunk bolt left, but at worst, I'll just approach him while invisible and knock the second one out. Hopefully this is the last wave. Yeah, I don't think he knows where we are.
Don't think you can hide.
Damn, we're all out of ammo and he has a helmet. I didn't consider that. We can't melee him, so we'll have to find more ammo.
Targets, you get me?
Really? No loot boxes? That's extremely unlucky. Okay, what do we do? Let's just think for a bit. We're safe here, he can't see us. We have plenty of heat remaining. Will he be immune to melee even if he's frozen? Let's try it out. At worst, we'll simply restart the checkpoint. It worked! Perfect! Let's just grab the E-vial now and...
I beat your sharks, Ryan. The better man won. Isn't that the only thing you respect? Now let me the hell out of here.
I didn't see these loot boxes, but they still didn't contain any track bolts.
Sounds like all hell's breaking loose out there. What's your plan?
I can't just place the particle on the ceiling, it would just tear right through it. But every building in Rapture was submerged into the ocean on the Lunette ring, connected to the junction of its load-bearing supports.
That's fascinating and all, but if you haven't noticed, Ryan sent his goons to murder us. If you're gonna pull a rabbit out of a hat, now's the time to do it.
Looks like the structural junction is in Frank Fontaine's office. If I can get there, I can float the building.
It so happens I've taken that bastard's office for my own use. I'll make sure you've access to the private elevator. Now hurry.
Well, this is it for today's episode. Thank you for spending your time with me, and if you have enjoyed it, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. It will really help me a lot. Also, if you have any comments or suggestions, I would love to hear from you. Take care, and until next time.